what is the purpose of shortening side shoots on a climbing rose to 3 buds, approximately 6 inches? Well, that's a question. This type of cut will turn your leggy and unproductive climbing rose into a flower machine. And this video is especially for Alex. So here's a message from Alex. My GG, which is generous garden, is a generous gardener rose. I just did the major pruning. By the way, here is a video how I did it. So my generous gardener is 2 years old, and I will prune this year after a 1 year lapse of attention. Is the purpose of cutting the side shoots off the main stems to 6 inches to stimulate new growth? A very good question. And there are 2 more questions which we will address later in the video. How long side shoots should be and how to know which side shoots to cut. So, the first question, is it because of new growth, to stimulate new growth? Well, it's all about apical dominance, and we are cutting those side shoots to stimulate new flower spurs because we want our rose to bloom. We don't want our rose to be the mass of greenery. And if we don't cut these side shoots, we will get not many flowers, but a lot of greenery. So here I have 3 stems. The first one, which is dead, that's why I had to cut it out. But this is 1 year old shoot. It has still some old leaves attached to it. But this is how your 1 year old shoot should look on roses. And the first year it was doing all the growth possible. So it was actively growing only into one direction. So this is how you get it in spring, no side shoots. And if we are bending it horizontally, as much horizontal as possible, this is what we will get. Ugh, this is prickly. By next year, here we go. You see this stem, main stem was growing horizontally. It got side shoots and they became, some of them became bigger, some of them became smaller, all sorts of shapes and sizes. And at the top, they bloomed. So what happens if we leave this stem like this through the spring? We're too scared to do anything to our rose. We have a heart attack in spring, right? The top bud, which is just on the old blooms, so there were hips here, right? So this is the first, no, there is no bud here. This is the first bud underneath. It has apical dominance. What's apical dominance? The top bud suppresses the development of all lower buds along the stem, and they are not developing, they're not growing, they're just staying in this small stage. And only the top bud is actively growing. And where it's growing? Growing to the sun, and only at the top it blooms. So if you do nothing to this stem, it will start growing only from the top bud and will create a bloom at the top. Nothing will be happening to this one. There would be just greenery here. So the bloom will happen so much further from the main stem. And what will happen if you will cut it to 6 inches approximately? It's not really 6 inches, it's where the buds are. So it's more or less, here you see 1, 2, and 3. So I will cut it right here, maybe 2 millimeters away from the top bud. What will happen? We deprive this, we cut away the top dominant bud, so all 3 buds are going to be activated. And this is what we will get. Look at this. This is 3-year-old stem, which is very old. You see what happened here? Let me see if you can see it better. You see, this side shoot was cut. There were 3 buds right here. I just cut on top, just above the top shoot. The 3 lower buds were activated because there is no dominance of the top bud. And all of them turned into the flowering spurs. So instead of having one bloom somewhere far away, who knows where, away from the stem, tangled into the big mess with everything else trying to grow in your rose, you get blooms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 probably, growing very tight to your main stem. So this is why, the main reason we prune these side shoots, not to activate the growth, but to create more flowering stems. Plus, another thing is, the second reason why we do it, to keep our climber in check, because you know how climbers behave. They behave like octopuses, shoots all over the place. Some side shoots are super long, some side shoots are going in all sorts of directions, tangling it all. So it's a lot of stress for the beginner rosarian to do the spring pruning on roses. And just to clarify, we are talking about repeat blooming climbers. We're not talking about once blooming climbers. The pruning is quite different. It's not in spring on those. It's at the end of their flowering season, when they finish blooming for the season, and then we work on those. But we are talking right now repeat blooming climbers. So what we want to do, we want to keep our flowers close to the main stem, because we are redirecting everything where we want rose to grow, right? Roses do not have tendrils, they cannot climb by themselves. So we gardeners are training roses. Look what I'm doing with my generous gardener. This arch is a little bit too small for my rose. My rose is pretty old, and I don't have really a lot of space here, so I'm training it sideways in both directions. Here into the garden, and there into my dining area. So I am in charge of it, and I want all my blooms kind of to stay close to the stems where I am directing them. I don't want my side shoot to grow this long and then bloom only at the end. So if you don't do these side shoot cuttings, your blooms will be so much further away from the main stem. They will be far, who knows where, and only there it will bloom, not along the stem. So that's the main reason why we cut these side shoots. And this cutting of the side shoots make the whole world of a difference, from mess to blooming machines, like my generous gardener is. Today I was talking to my friend Leslie, and she said, oh my gosh, what did you do to that rose? But that's what is needed, tough love. You go in, again, I did an excellent video on pruning, spring pruning generous garden, and it's an old rose, and you do need to show tough love, make some decisions, cut old stems out. That old wood needs to be rejuvenated, right? And stems do age quickly, and they need that pruning pressure to rejuvenate and start pushing new growth. So when you cut this, new growth is shooting out, new stems are forming, and this, well, this looks very unproductive right now. It's an old one, I took it out. But the stem starts to get rejuvenated, and it starts pushing new growth and bloom. This stem is approximately, I say, 3 years old. So first year, just the stem, second year, side shoot, third year, side shoots here, and I took it out because it became too old. But if this stem would be still productive, what I would do, I probably will trim the side shoots here, keep the divisions a little bit, and I would get so many buds here, right? So look, here I made a cut too short, maybe it was damaged, who knows, and only 2 buds were left, and they got activated. Here, 3 buds got activated, so it's a good idea to leave 3, 4, well, it depends how your rose is growing, and get so much more blooms. If the picture of pruning is becoming clear to you, please do subscribe to this channel, because we do love roses here. Okay, second question. Where's my paper? What if the side shoot is very long? Well, it doesn't matter. Where are the side shoots? Yes, side shoots can be extremely long, even further than this. Sometimes side shoots can go, wow, a meter too long. It's up to the rose, but it's up to the rosarian where the rosarian wants to do a cut. So there are 2 options. Option number 1, you still do the cut to 3 buds, 3, 4, 2 buds, and throw all that away, no matter how tall and long it is. Second option, if this, for whatever reason, this part of the stem is damaged, let's say rabbits ate it, you can do a cut right here and substitute this side shoot for the main stem, basically treat it as a main stem, bend it, and that year all these side buds would be activated because you're bending it, and the flowers will come, the stem spurs will come out, the flowering spurs will come out of it. So the second one, that's the second option what you can do. Also, in some cases when you have an empty corner, like here I had an empty corner, I had to train this stem here, you can keep both shoots and treat it as just another main stem and train it horizontally or whatever you need to close on the main stem, whatever gap you need to close. And keep this stem as two main stem basically, and trim all this to 3 buds. Trim all this to 3 buds, 6 inches approximately. And the last question. How do you know which side shoot to trim to 6 inches? Well, all of them. I just explained, if you want to keep it as a main stem or substitute it as a main stem, you can keep it. But otherwise, everything has to be trimmed here. Like here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 buds. I leave it alone. Here, I probably will cut it here. All right, let's cut it actually. Let me show you. So this is what we do. That's, oh, and this one. That's it. This is what you should end up with. And all these buds are going to be activated and will start blooming in June. All right, one more case scenario let's go through. Let's say that this stem is really vigorous. This is 3-year-old, and this you decide to keep this stem for 1 more year. And there are divisions. What to do in this situation? Well, you can cut all the dead wood out. So this is dead. You see, this is not a good example because there's a lot of dead stuff. But let's say it's not dead. All right, something like this. You see here? So what I do usually in this situation, I keep the buds, I keep divisions, and I keep the buds. You see? Here we go. So let's just forget about dead wood. Okay, this is dead. Sorry. Oh, so this is how this would look. This is dead. Okay, whatever. This is too far from the main stem, so I will cut it all out. And that's how your 3-year-old stem would look. So all the divisions, you see, all the buds, everything will start blooming. But in my case, the stem is too old, many dead stems here, so all this has to go. Well, I'm a true believer that it's better to know why behind the rule than just the rule. So now we know why do we need to trim to 6 inches approximately, because we want to encourage the blooms and get rid of that top bud dominance. My dear gardeners, do enjoy these beautiful spring days. Happy gardening!